welcome to Eve Singularity. This is the Mark IV Cerberus against War for Svipul, the destroyer, and it usually takes 10 volleys to kill him, plus or minus 1. I'm testing hobgoblins, whether they're actually going to do some damage. They seem to be chasing him. Okay, they're putting damage on him. Miss, miss. Okay, so 9. Alright, so not too impressed with the hobgoblins. They seem to lag behind. I'm not sure if that's cosmetic. Let's see now. Let's bring out the logs and messages. That might tell us a bit more. We only landed a few shots, so I want more shots landing, for sure. So let's go re-equip with, we'll try Acolytes and see how that does. Now I would very much like to try out the Augmented. I know. Yeah. Beating a dead horse right now. Go. Okay.
Docking request accepted.
Assemble, make active, fit, watch that go down, grab some acolytes, try this all over again. Wouldn't it be great if you could like right click and say buy this type, and it would buy it at your station first by default? I know, wouldn't that be awesome? Lol. Yeah, if there was a way to set the default for that, whether closest or best value, or, you know, I mean, anything but null value. Okay. So let's get you back into position on the firing range. And you are good to go. Let's go. And we'll get up the utilities. There we go. Oops. Quick reload. And a launch drone. Sometimes you lag out when they're trying to unpack like that. I just noticed. I'm just assuming. Alright. And the cool thing is that when you go into duel, your drones act like the enemy is a rat, so they just automatically attack when you hit F1. It's pretty cool. Alright. So, let's do this again. Hopefully it'll do something interesting. I'm hoping this will work. We'll try Warriors next. But the Warriors' damage multiplier is pretty low, so yeah, I'm not too thrilled by that. Here we go, and let's do this. And launching. I don't have to hit the F key, because they just automatically go. It's great. Treating it like a rat. Alright, well, let's see some hits in from the Acolytes. Come on. There we go. Alright. They're getting lots more. Good, good. Awesome. Awesome. That's cool. Right on. But still taking 9 hits to kill. Still. Yeah, as you can see, I got lots more hits in compared to the last time, but for some reason yeah. Yeah, I don't know how exactly to explain it because yeah, it's kind of odd. I'm used to the missiles doing a uniform amount of damage, but yeah. Anyways. Alright. Reload all. Warp. Fairly happy with the damage. I mean, it's just going to be the same amount of damage resist, but a bit more. I'll show you actually what I'm talking about. Whoops, press the wrong button. Utilities, compare tool. Okay, be that way. Yeah, I mean, here is the resist holes, and I believe they are 16, 60, and the same for each, right? So I'd like to use hobgoblins, but there's only 7% resist extra. There we go. Just look in station and drag the rest of them via info. So what I would like to do is to be able to use warriors because they're fastest and yeah, but their damage modifier is the least, and hobgoblin is, you know, substantially more. You know, I'm already firing kinetic. I'd like to keep a varied amount of damage types. So I'd rather go with, say, Acolytes because they have more damage multiplier. Turret tracking. They have, these guys have better turret tracking. He's got worse. The optimal range is the best here, and the maximum velocity is pretty good here. Orbit velocity is very good, actually. I didn't know that. How fascinating. I wonder what the Hornet would be like. I'm assuming, let's see. And I would like to use Augmented, but they're so expensive. Acolyte, Hobgoblin, Warrior, and Hornet. Love to use these. Way too expensive. Let's close this out. Alright, so buy all. While that's going on, we'll check this. So what's the best orbit velocity? Augmented, Warrior, there you go, and then Acolyte II. They're the same. Damage modifier is more. Of course, the EM and yeah, they're definitely different. They have some weird stuff with the augmented. They're a combination of two types. So thermal damage and EM damage. Explosive and kinetic. Kinetic and thermal. And then thermal and kinetic. It's kind of interesting. The orbit ranges are very attractive for these two. The damage output is, that's 20, 20, and that's damage output more, so that's an amazing amount. So augmented acolytes would be great. They have great velocity. They got pretty damn good optimum range, and their target tracking is spot on. So yeah, but they're so expensive. Only get 3 of them, and would it matter? See, I mean, you saw the damage output. It's not really mattering a lot. So I think what I'll do is I'll definitely want to go with the acolytes right here. The augmented warriors are probably ridiculously expensive, but this looks pretty comfortable. You know, the EM damage is pretty good, and remember that well, the thermal damage resistance is less, so it's tempting. It's just the expense, right? It's just, why would you want to bother blinging it out when it doesn't add a whole lot? Now we've just tried the Acolyte. It's doing pretty good, but it's not exactly saving us a huge amount of hits, you know? It seems the variable is the damage variation in the missiles, not, you know, whether or not the drones are doing some damage. So be very hesitant, especially since I want to warp off field as soon as possible. And the last thing I want to do is leave acolytes around that are worth 30 million each, right? So that's the last thing I want to do. If I'm going to dump and run, it'll be the acolytes, right? Acolyte Tech 2, not the augmented. Yeah, you're not getting a lot of damage. Honestly, it's just not going to work for you if you go with that. So I'm happy with the acolytes. We'll stick with it. Do not like blinging my ships out. Just, it's a bad idea all around. You're doing something wrong when you do that. So that's that, and we'll try one more time, because I think I was getting low rolls on that. Alright. So, Mark 4. Let's try you out. Let's see you're up to snuff this time. Let's get some impressive numbers going on here. So I'll wait till I'm orbiting, so I get a true sense of the speed it'll be usually at. And sometimes if he's double clicking, he'll slow right down, and if I'm lucky, I'll get a good couple of hits when he's not so fast, because that lowers the damage when you're going fast. Alright, even a little bit. Alright, so here we go. Let's do this. Drones are already launched, and hello? Oh, ha, lol. That would have been me dead and a good laugh. So let's Let's track the drones, do this properly. Hello. It's a good thing I got my safety activated, because I was having a lot of problems before trying to do this in ISEC. Alright, let's rock and roll. Off we go. Alright. $13, $12, $11. Still, it's still 10, 9. Yeah, see, it's still. It's just, it'll vary based on just randomness of the speed, but yeah, that's definitely into armor, so you can tell that one right away, and that could be just a wee bit into armor there, but yeah, these are all shield, and that could be a tiny bit into. And that could be a lot into hull. Okay, so that makes more sense to me. And this would have been the last hit, but it's not going to be full damage because we just destroyed it. So that explains that. So it is uniform, it's just cutting into armor a bit, fully armor, and then into hull, and then last of hull and dead. And yeah, the acolytes look, I mean, the appreciable damage you're gonna get out of the drones compared to, you know, the other stuff is, yeah, it's not good. It is doing a lot of damage compared to what it does for armor and stuff and hull, but still, I mean, the major workload is the missiles. So don't, like I said, just don't bling out the drones just to get a wee bit more. It just doesn't make any sense. Especially when you only have 3 of them. It's tempting. God, it's tempting. Just to eke a bit more. But I'm doing pretty good.